Tucker does not give him a chance. Andy Dalton, I know it caught your attention, Troy, when he said, you know, if you go back to since 2017, he's had a different offense. Every year starts, makes his 6th consecutive start, and he's done a good job of getting the ball. And you combine that with a pretty good defense, and it's a nice formula for New Orleans
teams. And that was their downfall in the early part of this year. A lot of sacks.
Dalton keeps it, now flushed out to his right. Wide open. Catch number 38 is now he's trying to play Garrett Wilson to the Jets. Among rookie injuries are piling up, and Michael Thomas expected to miss the rest of the season. We'll get into him in a moment, but they don't have Mark Ingram. Ravens have no sympathy for it. They've got a long, and he spun right into the arms of Marcus Peters.
Look at the success that the Saints have had over the last 4 games, committed more to the running game. They ran the ball well in the first 4 games. In the last 4 games, they have run with more rushing attempts, and Baltimore comes to handle that run game. A good start when you've got Marcus Peters.
Kamara. 3rd down and long coming up, just a gain of 3 as Matabike was the first one in there.
Defense for the Baltimore Ravens, a little different look this year. Donald, after the last 4 years with Wink Martindale, you could always bet in this blitz, but Baltimore tends to, for the most part, rush 4. They'll back, but not as aggressive as they were.
Quick snap, and there's pressure. Tyus Bowser. He led the Ravens in sacks last year, in the season finale against the Steelers last year. And his first act.
The breakdown up front with this offensive line. You've got the center, Eric McCoy. You expect him then to come out and pick up Bowser, but he's got a straight shot.
And a punt. Duvernay, one of the league's best. Fair catch. Just 45-yard punt. First possession for number 8. Here comes Lamar Jackson is doing it all. No surprise, he's done that since he was the 32nd overall pick. There's his pass yardage, the touchdowns to interceptions, the rush. 7.5 yards a rush. And from the practice squad, and it was 35 years old. Left side, and Tyrann Mathieu makes a play. Orleans for the Ravens. Their top 2 running backs are out. Rashad Bateman, James the same. Michael Pierce and Kyle Fuller on defense. I talked to her during the week, and you were watching film on Mark Andrews. You said
he's pretty incredible, and he's obviously well known as a great player. Hard to say it, but I still believe he's very underrated. The guy just makes plays a huge night.
2nd down and 8 for the Ravens. Pressure, steps through, on tackle by Mathieu again. In the backfield, no gain on the play. Here's the call.
The face defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty, automatic.
It's Davenport, who doesn't have the sack numbers in 2022, but he's still player up front for the Saints. And with the hands to the face,
it's a good call. The officials are on top of it. Lamar, sometimes, you know, as good as he's been at throwing and was offensive player of the month. Had a couple games there where it wasn't so. Let's get a little undisciplined with his vision, and that's when he tends to get into a little trouble.
First down, slides, and was bothered on that throw. The ball came out weird. I don't know if Jackson was hit. 2nd and 10.
Got on Jackson. We talked about him. He's active tonight, and this is where he won. And then he got tied up on him, and then with the pressure. But I do know that Deshaun Jackson, he's, 33 last couple of years. He still had some big-time throws down the field. He can still run.
Like Davis. Loss of 1.
So Davis, this is what